on? Is it on? Is it on? Oh my damn, man! I've been fighting with this OBS for the past like 3, 4, 5 days. I don't even know how long already. It's some bullshit. Oh, my fucking screen's fucked up. Damn, my screen's all fucked up over here too. Going on Ariana, Revlon stock, the next Volkswagen. That's great. That's great. Everybody still look for squeezes, huh? Robo, damn, the VIX just went, huh? You know, at the 31.43, what's the UVXY doing? This dude is not happy. XY. And UVXY is back down at 1574. The highest ethical standards, huh?
Profited off their positions in last year's stock trading scandal. It's up to you to restore the American people's and us to restore the American people's trust in this institution that's critical for helping.
Damn, WTI straight got mollywopped hell hard. Well, I mean, hell, we were doing good yesterday. We were doing good yesterday. Yesterday was a nice green day, but then it kind of, ended a little funky. Right now, just listening to Fed Powell's testimony. They're gonna grill his ass about everything. He might say something though, because last time he did his testimony before Congress, that's when we had that huge ass sell off. What's wrong with my screen, dude? This is bullshit. He may. The bitch laughing.
Your 80th birthday today, son?
Your 80th birthday, what?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome, Chairman Powell. Congratulations on your confirmation. I was proud to support it.
They're gonna blow each other now.
Before this committee in March, inflation was at a 40-year high, and the Federal Reserve regional banks
at a 40-year high, really?
For information about their activities from banking Republicans.
Damn.
Unfortunately, neither situation has improved.
Fuck.
Let's begin with inflation.
Those VIX puts were fucking blowing up last night. I think I got plenty of time on the VIX puts. I should have grabbed more. At least I got more time on that one, motherfucker. Oh.
Every day by rising prices and mounting costs. Also critical to any discussion we have on inflation is an understanding of
God damn it.
In March of 2021, the U.S. economy, as
standard.
Economic factors, was well on its way to recovery. Unemployment was at 6%, down from its pandemic worst of nearly 15%, and continuing to make steady monthly improvements towards a tighter labor market. In fact, 18 states already had unemployment rates below 5%. They often cite a threshold to identify a labor market that's almost at full capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, consumer spending had recovered, and it was actually above pre-pandemic levels at 4.5%. And the personal savings rate
roll blows at 30. UVXY just went negative. Dude, 368 on the spike. Yeah, that shit got aggressive.
projected that the United States would return to pre-COVID economic levels and GDP output by mid-2021.
Is that what they said? Look who decided to finally show up. Yeah, well, I'm fucking OBS has been fucking up on me for the past like week since I updated everything. Mic wasn't working the first day, and then the next day it wasn't letting me go live, and then today it wants to work. What's going on, Waldo? How we doing, bro? How we been, man? I know I've been busy as fucking hell, dude. I've been setting the stream up and then coming in late and then fighting with it But it looks like it's working, right? Audio's good. Oh, UVXY and VIX fucking went crazy last night. It showed my contracts were worth 3,000 at one point.
And don't just take my word for it. Just last week, economists at Morgan Stanley blamed the 40-year high inflation. This is a quote from their report.
Economists, those guys don't know shit, man. Didn't you hear they got the fucking CPI wrong? Everybody was wrong. This fucking guy.
Consumption and drove inflation to 40-year highs.
Roll blow all day highs. All day highs. It's at $30. What the fuck? I mean, it's good. Where's Bitcoin? The Bitcoin back above 20. Is it back above 20? Dude, that shit got aggressive on Bitcoin, huh?
Drastic action necessary to right the U.S.
Motherfucker, I lost my mouse.
Long overdue, and monetary policy remains too loose. CPI inflation now stands at 8.6% per year, a new 40-year high.
New 40-year high, they say, huh? I thought it was a 60-year high. Ariana was in here earlier. Yeah, she was. She's still out there. That's good. At least we know Ariana's still out there hanging out. Everybody's just been busy. I mean, hell, normalcy's back. Everybody's going back to work and shit. Fuck. SPY's going for it. Looks like the NASDAQ's probably going to be the first one to go green. Hell, hey, at least the ones that make it through this storm and this correction, you guys will be all right. You'll be all right. We're already made it through the fucking, what, 6 months of this bullshit? Actually, it's been longer than 6 months. It's been like a year. It's been like a year. I don't know. I see people saying like, "Oh, I wish it was 2021 again." Like, dude, 2021 wasn't really like, it was good, but it wasn't that great. I mean, fucking 2022 is already pretty much over. Toomey, I love Toomey. Okay. Oh, you hear Secretary Mnuchin, or the ex-Secretary Mnuchin, said that the feds are right on track. He said that, you know, they haven't lost control just yet, or credibility just yet. Pretty bullish. Damn, I mean, everything's red now. Fuck. How many names up? How many names down? Where'd it go?
Following a call from Ms. Raskin. Now, months after defending the decision to grant Reserve Trust a master account, the Kansas City Fed...
We got 4,000 names down, 2,500 names up. I see fucking Acid made some pretty good money over there, huh? I kind of noticed he made it, but matter of fact, I gotta go there and go comment or respond. But I gotta go respond to that.
Several of my Democratic colleagues, including Senators Warren and Menendez, have been vocal when they also found their oversight efforts met with resistance. To address this unacceptable
Fucking Acid hit it big over there, huh? That's reason he's rising me.
Republicans and Democrats can take together or subject the Fed banks to FOIA, which they currently are not, and forbid the Fed from using FOIA exemptions to withhold
Acid. That's just funny.
Congress, not just committee chairman. The second idea is a bipartisan proposal that's already
Can't hurt to have options. Another reason I have been looking at him. Said he needs to get off the grid. Fucking Homestead. Hey, get off the grid, bro. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
The presidents of the regional Fed banks presidentially appointed and Senate confirmed positions. This is another bipartisan idea.
That's fucking good. Shit, toodaloo. Hope he sells. You know, I mean, I do too, man. I hope he sells. Like, yo, he's been all good thing. He's just stick to the plays he's been doing good in. Because I know he went into the Facebook play and kind of didn't do too well on it. Take the win and compound it for the next trade, right? You have to, man. I mean, hell, just hold on to shit and keep holding it. I mean, fuck, we can't do that no more, obviously. Those days are gone. I mean, for certain stuff, just take the win and run for the door. Need to take my own financial advice, you know? Although, fuck. Oh, shit, bro. I need to listen to myself sometimes. Fuck. You're not lying about that, Waldo. Not at all, dude.
I appreciate the opportunity to present the Fed's semi-annual monetary policy report.
Horn.
I'll begin with one overarching message.
Dude, I know. I was thinking of that shit yesterday. It's like, damn.
Understand the hardship
I should just...
that high inflation
Why didn't I
is
listen to
causing.
myself? Like, dude, that shit is... I don't know why I didn't sell WTI, but I mean, it's a summer play, so I mean, I still got like 2 months left on the WTI contract, but dude, definitely should have profits on that one.
American families and businesses.
Definitely should have locked them in.
It is essential that we bring inflation down if we are to have a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that
Oh, here we go, pal. Let's see. Listen to what he's gonna say.
the current economic situation.
He might say something important.
Monetary policy.
He might.
Inflation remains well above our longer-run goal of 2%. Over the 12 months in April, total PCE prices, that's personal consumption expenditures prices, rose 6.3%, excluding the volatile food and energy
Man,
categories.
I hope Pop's doing good. I haven't heard from Pop in a minute.
9%. The available data for May suggests that the core measure likely held at that pace or eased slightly last month. Aggregate demand is
still, I'm not like, I don't think oil's done just yet.
Surge in prices of crude oil and other
Because, I mean, they've been starting to talk about demand destruction and shit on oil. It's funny because I was talking about that like 3 weeks ago.
and is creating additional upward pressure on inflation.
Oh, shit. Paul, what's going on, Paul? How we doing, man? How we been? Revlon heading to 20 from Revlon from fucking like 2 years ago.
Economic activity
What am I Revlon looking like? It's not looking too pretty though, because I think I grabbed it at some crazy ass highs for 2020.
continued strong underlying demand. Recent indications
But good to see you still out there, Paul.
has picked up this quarter, with
Come on, damn it.
spending remaining
Dude.
strong.
What is Revlon doing?
Growth in business fixed investment appears to be slowing.
Yeah, because they were killing it yesterday.
Housing sector looks
Forgot what
solid,
the news was on
in
it.
part reflecting higher mortgage
Oh yeah, Revlon's up right now. Fuck, 41%.
that we've seen in recent months should continue to temper growth and help bring demand into better balance.
That's the one everybody's talking about. The next squeeze over there on, huh?
Has remained extremely tight, with
It's gonna have like a high short interest or some shit.
at historical highs and wage growth elevated. Over the past 3 months, employment rose by an average of 408,000 jobs per month, down from the average pace seen earlier in the year.
So 43%. It hit a high of 897. Yeah, I got fucking shares at like $12. 1237.
As well as for
So hopefully I'll be able to get a Revlon get out of that one pretty soon.
in the June monetary policy
As soon as it goes positive, I'm taking just getting out of that one. Finally starting to sell some shit. Hopefully.
labor demand is very strong.
Is that
while
acid?
supply remains subdued, with the labor
Shit's so jacked.
market changed since January.
Fucking acid.
The Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation poses significant hardship, especially on those least.
Fuck your ass. That's good, man. I'm glad he's fucking all jacked up over it. It's good. You know, everybody needs to have a good win, especially after having so many fucking fucked up days. Damn, there it's going. 51%. Revlon's at 914. Hit a high 920.
Against the backdrop
There it goes. It's moving again.
environment, our policy has been adapting and it will continue to do so. With inflation well above.
What was the news over there? Sector Revlon surges as company continues post bankruptcy gains. Revlon borrows $375 million in bankruptcy to shore up supply chain. Okay. All right.
In the target range will be appropriate. In May, we
India's Reliance considering buying out Revlon. Yeah, Revlon has been. I mean, there's been a lot of chatter about a buyout for Revlon.
Financial conditions have been tightening since last fall and have now tightened significantly, reflecting
UVXY is back down on the low.
that we've already taken, as well as anticipated actions. Over coming months, we'll be looking for compelling evidence that inflation is moving down, consistent with inflation returning to 2%. We anticipate that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate. The pace of those changes
You just say we're on pace to reach 2%.
data and the evolving outlook
Okay.
for the economy. We will make our decisions meeting by meeting, and we'll continue to communicate our thinking as clearly as possible. Our overarching focus is using our tools to bring inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keep longer-term inflation.
SPY's making a move again. So far, the market's liking what it's hearing from Powell.
In this uncertain environment requires a recognition that the economy.
What's the dollar doing though? The dollar's been just the one to pay attention to. The dollar's been basically like it's been basically the VIX.
Further surprises could be in store. We therefore
Dude,
will
it's still at 27.79. That's fucking still hella high on the dollar.
and we will strive to avoid
Like, dude, this shit is
uncertainty
hella
in
overextended.
already an extraordinarily challenging and uncertain time. We are highly
Oh
attentive
wow,
to
we're back at
inflation
almost
risk
2020
and
highs.
take the measures necessary to restore price stability. The American economy is very strong and well positioned to handle tighter monetary.
Dude, I can't believe we almost hit that 248 mark.
We understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country.
270,
Everything we do is in
373.
service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can.
Damn, we're like
to
$40
achieve
away from pre-pandemic levels.
price stability goals.
Yeah, Revlon's getting a lot more steam back in it again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me, on behalf of Chairman Brown, recognize.
Damn, SPY just skyrocketed right now. Oh yeah, and then there's apparently fuck, what's that guy's name? fuck, I don't know, but he's saying the SPY is gonna go to 550. He said, I guess he doubled down on his position on the SPY calls.
Last week you announced that the Fed would raise
Revlon over 80% short now. Holy fuck, that's a lot.
the biggest increase in nearly 30 years. So let's
There goes
talk about
Bitcoin
what
making a
the
push
Fed
back up to
is
27,
doing. Raises interest
20,000,
rates to try to
70,
bring down
700,
inflation.
whatever the fuck.
Let's start with gas prices.
Yeah, let's start with gas prices, goddammit. Because they're fucking outrageous.
Russia invaded Ukraine in
It's crazy.
February.
See the price of diesel?
Will gas prices go down as a
Oh,
result
you see the
of
price of
interest rate increase?
I would not think so.
Okay.
Is that Secretary Warren? Warren? Fucking hate that lady. Oh yeah, fuck this bitch. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't like that lady right there, man. She's something special.
But the Fed's tools, as you say, have no impact here. So let's look at another necessity, food. Nearly 12% this year.
Damn, Tyson Foods. Fuck it, go for Tyson Foods.
How much worse this cost? People still gotta eat. Chair Powell, will the Fed's interest rate increases bring food prices down?
I wouldn't say so, no.
No, that sucks.
So a Fed increase won't bring down these prices. And why? Because rate hikes
Gumball Joseph, Revlon is the next Volkswagen. No ceiling on it. That's what they've been saying on Twitter. That's what I've been hearing. I still got shares of Revlon, like I said. So hopefully I can fucking finally sell some shit. And there it is. Nasdaq just went green, 0.11%, and the fucking SPY is not too far behind it. Powell can eat my anus. What's going on, Acid? He said he can eat my anus. That's good, man. He said, Waldo, man, just another great day, man. Finally got OBS to work and finally was able to get streaming, man. I've been, ever since I rearranged the whole office and shit, fucking, and updated, OBS was not cooperating. It would not, the go live button wasn't working. But doing good, man. I see you're feeling pretty good, Acid. That's good, bro. I'm happy for you.
The second channel is just asset prices generally. Interest rates as they go up.
Fucking Powell, man. This guy, he said Powell can eat my
Across the economy, and people spend a little bit
I
less.
still think he's gonna pivot though. I think we're gonna end up seeing the Powell pivot. Good to see Paul back in here. It's been a while, yeah. It sure has been, man. It's been quite a while. Like a lot of people, they said, "Fuck it, we're not even gonna look at it no more. Let's just
So
take a
as-
break."
As rates go up, the dollar would strengthen, which would tend to drive.
Yeah, I needed a little bit of break too, man. I was just too much going on lately. Oh.
More plain vanilla.
July and summer are gonna bring all the traders back. Yeah. I think as far as probably the end of July, we'll probably start getting a lot more. Maybe August. We'll see though. I mean, hell, depending on what Powell says, if Powell comes out with a pivot, you better believe a lot of traders are gonna come back. They aren't gonna want to miss the pivot. Oh shit, they're arguing. They're talking over each other. What the fuck?
Expensive to invest, which in turn is going to throw workers out of work, and when they're out of work, they have less money to spend.
Yeah, good to see everybody still out there, weathering the storm. That's for damn sure, dude. I mean, didn't think it was gonna be that big of a selling year, but damn, motherfuckers really did sell hard this year. I mean, I was expecting it, but I didn't expect it to last on this long. That's for damn sure.
In the labor market, you have, as you know, a situation where there's a shortage of workers and two jobs.
There's a shortage of skilled workers, actually, Mr. Powell.
Part of this is to get the
From my understanding, there's a shortage of technicians. Oh shit, I love it. She said what I'm trying to get at.
Part of what you just said is that it increases, in effect, the cost to invest.
What are you trying to get at, Miss Warren?
Answer to hire new people. The reason I raise this and the reason I'm so concerned about this is rate increases make it more likely that companies.
Yeah, there still might be a possibility for a summer rally. Remember, summer is like pretty long. It's like pretty long,
This also make it more expensive for families to do things like borrow money for a house. And so far, the cost this year of a mortgage has already doubled.
Damn.
Inflation is like an illness, and medicine
It straight
needs to
doubled,
attend
huh?
to the specific problem. Otherwise, you could make things a lot worse. And right now, the Fed has no control
I don't know what we're complaining about though. Mortgage rates, you know. I mean, fuck. From my understanding, back in like the what 50s, 60s and shit like that, they were paying like 27%. Like, not that bad.
Straighten out supply chain kinks and break up monopolies and bring down prices, you could actually tip this economy into recession. So I just want to say, you know what's worse than high inflation and low unemployment? It's high inflation and a recession with millions of people out of work. And I hope you'll reconsider.
She said millions of people out of work.
Before you drive this economy off a cliff. Thank you, Mr.
Damn, she came in. She was not holding back, huh? She straight before you drive this economy off a cliff. It kind of got intense right there for a quick minute with her and Warren. With him and Warren. She was like, she was not happy. Oh shit, Janet Yellen. Yeah, that bitch was wrong.
You also acknowledged that the Fed got it wrong in thinking that inflation would be transitory.
Oh, there it is, transitory.
Other members of this banking committee here have been warning about inflation for over a year.
They said you lied. Transitory was not what you said it was. It's permanent.
I raised my concerns about the risk of rising inflation, particularly following the enactment of a $2 trillion spending bill.
Damn.
At that time, there was already evidence that inflation
Right, that was when he came.
in various areas of our economy.
Piece of a home was a reflection of interest rates, though, and yearly income to yearly mortgage wasn't. That's right.
Soybeans at that time. I pointed out the rising cost of metals.
You got a point there, Waldo.
I mentioned the increase in energy prices. Used
Nasdaq's about to go negative again.
As someone who remembers, and I do from this committee,
Dude, the used car prices was nutty, dude. I mean, when the fuck, like, how the hell, like, car prices, like, they skyrocketed for used cars.
and significant government spending were occurring again, among other things. My main concern last year was that the Federal Reserve failed to address rising inflation before it was too late. 11 months later, this concern has come to fruition. And as we sit here today, inflation, as you already pointed out, is at a 40-year high. The average gas price is over $5 a gallon. And we're currently in the midst of 12 consecutive months of inflation above 5%.
Damn, it's been over 12 months already with fucking inflation that high.
Ultimately, Mr. Chairman,
Well, I mean, technically it's higher if you guys would add in all the metrics.
I believe the Federal Reserve and this
I think it's technically at like 16%.
by not heeding these warnings a year ago and by not acting sooner to address it. We're where we are today. I know that.
He said, where we are today, I know that. What the fuck?
It's been pointed out here today by American families and workers
Shit.
closely.
We all know that. What's wrong with this guy?
Recent decision to raise interest rates, the Federal Reserve still has a long way to go to get inflation under control.
Uh-huh.
What can we expect in the future from the Federal Reserve? And I know you don't have total control over inflation, but you have a lot of sticks there.
You got a lot of sticks there.
Bring this under.
Got a lot of sticks to beat it with.
So, financial conditions, of course, have tightened and have priced in a string of additional rate increases, and that's appropriate. Well, as you pointed out, and as Senator Phillips pointed out as
Oh,
well.
I got my steel dropped off finally. I'm almost done with the building. That shit'll, well, I'll start putting that shit up this weekend.
Pricing in increases, so financial conditions have already priced in additional rate increases. But we need to go ahead and have them, and I think that the most recent inflation indicators of various kinds suggest to us that we need to accelerate.
Roll
we need
blow,
to
$30,
accelerate
and
in which we get to a level that is
talk about it.
neutral,
I don't want to talk about it.
that is close to the longer run neutral level, and then we can make.
Where is motherfucking, what's that one BLZ doing? I still can't believe I got locked in on that BLZ fucking trade, dude. Motherfuckers.
Do you understand the full scope of the problem? And we're using our tools.
I was like, oh, it's good. It's not good, dude. Back at fucking 8 cents. Back at 8 cents. Fucking.
How important one of your mandates is price stability? How important price stability?
Yeah, man. I cannot believe I didn't sell it at that first level at that 21 cents. You motherfuckers.
The bedrock of the economy in this.
It's looking pretty good though on BLZ. I think it's gonna go back up and it's gonna test that
Period of maximum
23,
other co-equal
maybe 27 cents.
that without price stability, and so we must restore price stability.
Musk?
And we will.
What's your what is your next step?
If you look at the market has been I think reading our reaction function reasonably well, and I think
I mean, all in all, I think he did a pretty good job. I mean, you know, it sucks the way the market is right now, but it was way too fucking overextended, anyways.
Progress toward higher rates.
I mean, you had companies that weren't even fucking, they were just burning cash for years, making all new highs.
Between 3 and 3.5% by the end of this year, as of a few weeks ago. This is 1 week ago.
Is this new Federal Reserve Board governors under your leadership committed, as Dr. Volcker was, some
Oh, not the Volcker reference. He's not like Dr. Volcker. Come on, guy. I mean,
no matter what?
a little bit.
I want to try to compare myself to Paul Volcker in any way, but I will
Stealth
say that
armor cone was just overtaken U.S. by a submarine.
we do understand that it is
What the fuck? Armor current clearly, whenever the stealthier armor cone will cause a new wave of infection, and a wave upon a wave of infections, or simply extend the trail of a current wave. Wave over a wave?
Should try to get there, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Senator Shelby. I'll exercise my time now.
So, you dive into the wave, right?
Testimony that the core personal consumption expenditures minus gas, food, and rent were 4.8%.
You dive and you swim under it? No?
Decline from the previous report. So that leaves the real culprits, gas, food, and rent. First,
I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused right now. Like, what?
Is that correct?
What's armor coin?
Oil prices to a significant extent, and then you know the refining.
Oh, shit, I got bit. What the fuck did me?
And that's had been exacerbated by the Ukraine invasion. We deliberately, and the Europeans have deliberately cut off access and Russian supplies.
Yeah, deliberately.
And the other problem also with in hydrocarbons, it's a cartel that sets the price. Is that accurate?
Oh,
What's a cartel? Oh,
It's
you
a
mean
cartel that sets the price
Yes.
of oil worldwide.
yes, globally.
globally and locally.
Major
No?
impact on
Ah, there we go. Bitcoin's making another move.
Decided that further production is not as lucrative to them as just sitting back and making money. With respect to food, there are multiple factors there also. One is climate. We've seen loss of arable land. We've seen a lot of factors.
Bro, have you seen the weather lately? Dude, it's fucked. It was just fucking hot as shit yesterday. And then the day before that, it was like raining. And then the day before that, it was fucking hot as shit again. Dude, this weather's fucked up here in Sacramento. Like yesterday was not cool.
Lack of drivers.
Not cool.
Again, Ukraine, a significant amount of wheat is not
Wheat!
exported.
It's still holding at $10. Come on, my guy.
As well as fertilizers. That's driving the price. And then the rental, affordable housing issue, that has been a crisis since I became a Congress in 1900. So marching in Washington for affordable housing in 1990, we just don't have enough. And that, I think, is a factor too. Are those the major causes for these increases in prices?
Those are some of the major ones.
Like a few of them. I mean, shit, there's so many.
Some parts of the goods economy, which have been restrained capacity, and you're
I still blame Biden when he came in and signed that big ass trillion bill. That big one, he slammed the pen down, he was gone. I was gonna ask how it's over there in Death Mountain. It's fucking hot, bro. It's nasty. I tell you, man, it felt like I was back home for a quick hot minute. I was like, this is bullshit. Everybody at work was dying. I'm like, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, it's hot, but it's fucking. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Increased prices. In fact, some of our colleagues
Dude, I don't know. Everybody dropped down like flies at work, dude. When I came back to the shop, there was like 7 workers. Now we got 3 guys there, and that's including me. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, cousin, what happened? Why did we lose all the employees? The fuck? Why did we fire everybody? Oh, that's right.
I think broadly speaking, our economy is very.
I was like, that's right.
There will be some industries where that's.
We only got a swamp cooler in there. He should have fucking installed AC units above every fucking bay, but
you have to take action.
he didn't listen.
Basically, tool is interest
He went and spent like $8 grand or 10 grand on this piece of shit swamp cooler. I was like, come on, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you?
But we have a lot of work to do too, which is to try to resolve some of these issues.
Oh, my baby bear. Look at my baby. What's wrong? Oh, shit.
The fiscal policy and other policy. I was very pleased to see the president sign legislation.
Baby, she got allergies right now. She got these little fucking foxtails that are fucking her up.
We have to do much more too. Is that accurate?
I think that's that's really a question for you. We're very focused.
Yeah, it was horrible though.
sticking to
Today's gonna be another hot fucking day.
carrying out the task that we've been assigned.
No, I appreciate that, and the independent.
He's like, I appreciate it.
By
What's the weather gonna look like today? Matter of fact, since you got me wondering, let me see.
a final sort of issue that I'm thinking of. We're at a tremendous, I think, turning point in our economy. Factors that
Dude, it's gonna be how hot today?
active, things like social media, etc. But
Oh man, that sucks. It's gonna get 99 degrees today. It's gonna be another toasty one.
I'm consciously limiting investment because they're anticipating an electrified.
Dude, everything's so fucking dry over here too. Like it's like damn.
Is that something that the Fed is looking at?
Like it's straight dirt in the backyard right now. There's not even any fucking weeds. It's fucking dry as shit.
Pick up the annual report of any of the big oil companies, you'll see that that is something that is happening, and it's a rational economic response to expectations about where future policy is headed.
No, I think there are so many factors here, but I think it's good to get some of them on the table.
Yeah, let's get a few of them on the table.
With that, let me recognize Senator Tillis.
Thank you, Senator Reid. Again, Chair Powell, thank you for being here.
Yep, 72 already. It's already fucking hot. It's already warm, man.
Approach rule and the balanced approach shortfall rule. Rates should have begun to rise long before they did. According to the Fed's own analysis of these rules, the Fed's fund rate should currently be above 6%. This is in a report to Congress. Yet the rate currently stands at 1.6%. Likewise, these same rules would
I escaped the monitor yesterday where we were tapped out at 98, missed 103 for 78 on the coast. Nice. That's smart, bro. That's smart. I like it.
I'm concerned that the Fed
He
has
said,
not
"Fuck
been
this shit."
rules-based to discretionary monetary policy.
Bro, I don't remember ever being this hot over here. Like this is crazy.
Will you commit to considering an increased weight?
I ain't even looked at Lake Orville yet. There's probably call that bitch a stream Orville. It's the stream Orville. It's not even a lake no more. It's like a.
We do use policy rules like the various forms.
Revlon's going for another push again.
The analysis
That's a
that
pretty
we-
fat candle right there.
If you're thinking about how monetary policy will affect the economy, you have to have some sort of a rule like that.
But it's got a long way to go though.
Way to actually set policy. in
Oh, I
real
gotta go to the
time.
monthly one. Damn.
But that's not to say they don't shed light.
Yeah, I
We
can
do
see it
consult
though with
them.
Revlon.
We consult them on an ongoing
Revlon's always been an
basis.
interesting play though. I've always
The
It's always had a high short interest on it.
during the pandemic, and we didn't do that. They did call, of course, for rates to move up, and rates now really are.
Yeah, they've been beating the shit out of that one forever.
Various forms of the Taylor rule are, and I think by the end of the year we'll be
And it doesn't help when I get off at like 5 and I come home and then I put my welding gear on. Bro, let me tell you, it was not pretty. I was sweating fucking bullets. My whole welding helmet was covered in fucking, it was just drip, 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 drip.
Explain.
Out there with the grinding wheel and shit. And then with the, oh yeah, no,
Rules-based
it's
decision-making
fucking horrible.
at 6 and where we are today. What other
Almost
factors
done with the
need to
truck
play?
though. I got the cab already mounted to the frame. I just gotta cut up some more shit and weld some more stuff on the brackets. I gotta make some. I gotta make them.
As I mentioned earlier, we began signaling, and the way we're set up now to signal policy.
It's not good though, man. I've been grabbing fucking scrap steel from everything. I'm like, oh look at that. That's scrap sheet metal. That's a quarter panel. I'm like, that's a quarter panel on the fucking truck.
Policy tightening well in advance of actually raising rates. As you pointed out,
We had an old door from like a 2014 Caravan. I took that shit home because it was all fucked up and started cutting it up and using it for the patch panels.
Substantial additional rate hikes are already priced in, and they're affecting
Fucking
future
hammer
numbers
just
and have
beat the
been
shit
for
out of it.
months. So, that's-
Baby
that's-
Doge burned in past 24 hours. 46.68% of supply destroyed in total. Really?
Negative territory from a real perspective. If you look
So almost half of the Baby Doge has been burned in the past 24 hours.
that's really what you're trying to achieve with policy.
And the SPY, damn, NASDAQ just went. When the hell did we hit 0.37? SPY's about to go green.
Thank you. In 2012, the Fed adopted its current 2% inflation.
We just need the dollar though. I mean, the dollar is gonna be the snitch on everything though. Just the dollar will needs to come back down, and it's been chilling out though.
2% over time. Many warned this approach would simply give inflation a foothold before the Fed could respond.
Not you,
Now
UVXY.
inflation's at 6.5% per year, and many serious analysts are predicting a recession. According to
Yeah,
the Fed's
well, those serious
framework,
analysts
Fed
were
pushed
fucking
inflation
seriously wrong
below 2%
on CPI.
that
So
it
I don't
averages 2%
fucking
over time.
believe those
That
cocksuckers.
wasn't the way the framework worked. We should clarify, though. The framework was carefully focused on what we knew, which was the economy of the last 25 years. The pandemic hit a few months afterward, and I think we've been aware since
Oh, fucking chairs all squeaky.
reasonably quickly after that the
Oh, Revlon just went again. 60% on Revlon.
at least
It's
temporarily.
at 971. Hit 989.
Those are the forces that our policy is
Oh, yo, BLZ's going. It's almost at 10 cents again.
dealing with, and we're well aware of that. I think that what we were looking at
UNF5, and even looked at UNF5, it just popped up on the scanner though. Yo, UNF5 is.
This is a different economy, different forces.
Wait a minute, is that the crypto one?
How
It
long
is.
will this new, these new
Yo, it's still
forces be
holding up. I
sustained?
mean, wait a minute, never mind. It's back to $5. I was gonna say it's still holding, but actually, it still is holding up pretty well. I mean, shit. And I think when I grabbed it, it was at like $3.
Is there is some
That shit was
renewed
crazy. That
discussion
UNF5
about
move.
increased spending and increased taxes to
It's still holding at
reconciliation.
5 though. I made another little level right there at the $5.
If Congress were to pass a bill that increased spending by $500 billion or $1 trillion and raise taxes, would that make your job easier or more difficult?
I swore off getting involved in these fiscal debates.
Tell him, pal. Tell him. All right. So look like the VIX. That might have. Oh, I don't know about the VIX though. That pop and drop. That shit looks nutty as hell. Like it just basically gave everything back up from that. What it did you
Then maybe instead
from
of
pre-market.
policy working through Congress, but policy that was passed
Yeah,
by
because the
Congress,
pre-market was crazy on the VIX. It shot all the way up to what 31, 36.
Any effect on inflation?
I really, it's really not our job.
It's not our job. Tell him, pal. It's not our job.
We didn't pass judgment on the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act or the CARES Act or
Any of the acts.
well, the ARP. So I really think that's a job for Congressional Budget Office.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's fucking answered that question. I don't know how many times I keep asking, hoping for a different response.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Powell, thank you for being here. Let me start with
Oh.
prices. Because not only Nevada, but across the
Uh
country,
oh.
we're
Look at
seeing
these guys. All these little cocksuckers are over here whispering with each other.
which really is creating a financial hardship for
Only
too many
bitches do
families.
that.
I
There it
listed gas
goes. That
prices first.
spies
Nevada,
positive. Point 11.
gas is about 60 cents. In Las Vegas, about 5.60.
UVXY 14 or 1541.
And as gas prices rise across the country, oil and gas companies, we know, are making record profits, but are using that money to continue to consolidate their industry and pay for stock buybacks instead of investing in increased oil production. On one of them, and what I've heard is over 9,000 permits that they have that are unused drilling permits, or they're not expanding their refining capacity.
That's what I've been hearing.
We also know that reduced refining capacity is a particular
What's up with that?
problem that has been caused in large part by decades of oil industry
Yeah, what's he gonna do about it though? I mean, what the fuck? Pal can't fucking policy.
61 cents a gallon higher than expected. So when considering the drivers of inflation, how much
Dude, some of these questions is like, come on, why are you even wasting your fucking time?
and what else can we do to hold these industries accountable for their contributions to rising prices?
So those are really questions for the
Yeah.
competition authorities, questions of industry structure,
Yep.
consolidation.
It's not for Fed Powell.
Questions that we directly address. You know, we raise interest rates, and our job is maximum employment.
But I have to push back. You have to consider that. I mean, you're considering what's happening in Ukraine as a variable on inflation and high prices.
Damn, I can't argue with that one.
We have these oil companies.
She's like, you're using that one and you're not fucking.
control this
That's
commodity
good.
that is
Never
key
mind, that was good.
for this
That was a
country.
good response.
We know that not only do they produce and decide how and when they're going to drill crude oil, we also know the refineries, and quite honestly, the refineries in this country are not prepared to refine the domestic oil that even comes from Texas and the Dakotas.
Wow.
The refineries are prepared
For
to
Russia.
refine the oil that comes from out of this country. And we also know that
China.
many of the oil companies have their own traders that are trading on the price of crude oil in this country. I mean,
Yeah.
you
She's
just
got
talked about
fucking very
outside
good
agencies.
valid
This is
points on that one.
important. I Transparency Act, Glencore was just fined $1.1 billion because they
But what about Peabody and their fucked up bet? Forgot about Peabody Energy. Don't forget about that one. That was a great day. Got mollywopped. There we go. Everything's green over here so far now. The Dow just went green. Nasdaq's up 0.61, so it basically flipped today.
Consideration when you're looking at the impact that people across the country are seeing from these high prices. I hope it is. Please tell me you are.
Well, I think we see that.
We're at split bag though. 3,200 names up, 3,500 names down. We got a lot of names unchanged, dude. 1,263. That's a lot.
On the global market, and that, as we mentioned earlier, there's a large cartel that is responsible to a significant extent for setting those prices. We take that as given.
So do you pay attention to what Wall Street is saying and what these cartels
Oh,
are doing?
damn, that hurt.
These big oil companies, and
Shit
they're
pop.
indicating that, well, I'm not going to drill because I'm making profits because the price of gas is so high. So you would assume, I would hope that you would take that into consideration,
Yeah.
that it's going to continue these high prices because there is a challenge in holding these oil companies accountable.
Oh, sorry.
Principle, we pay
Whoa,
attention to
whoa, whoa,
anything that could affect the use of our tools and the need to use our tools. And I think with the future price of oil, the best thing you can probably do is look at oil futures, because futures in theory should be taking into account all of these factors, and that's what we do. But ultimately, the question for us is, do we raise or lower interest rates? We don't have tools that would address these
Oh,
practices.
okay. Here we go. We're back. Hang on real quick. Let me get my feet up real fast.
Understand them.
I got to fucking redo everything.
Oil companies are manipulating or controlling the prices that we have right now. Does that you take that?
Let's
into
see.
consideration?
Sold EVX. Why puts? No, not yet.
Reduce
Cool.
inflation, reduce these costs?
UUP's fucking taking off.
The questions about
What is
industry
UUP
structure
doing?
and competition are really not. It's not our assignment. Our assignment
But
is
the outcome,
employment price
the
stability.
outcome of that infrastructure.
Unless they change, the prices aren't going to come down.
Yes. Very much.
Unless they change, the prices are not coming down. Unless they stop giving profits and sharing that with their shareholders.
So why does it sound like the SEC though, dude?
Looking at
It sounds like so like the fucking SEC talk like right now. Like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about stocks and shit or what? Confused.
When you say
I
take it
thought
into
we were talking
consideration, we do have to have a forecast of oil prices. And
Somebody gave this bitch bad notes, man.
ultimately, though, the question for us is
Isn't it called capitalism?
price inflation.
Oh yeah, it
It's
is.
a macroeconomic question. It's not a question about industry structure or corporate behavior. It's a question about what will be the behavior of inflation across the economy. And in particular,
Hit him with the macro, bro.
there's really not anything that we can do about oil prices. There's a little, food prices.
This is
a
like
bit more
fucking
mixed, but for oil prices,
elementary
there's certainly
economics.
a global level. It has to do with global.
I don't know. J Powell's kind of getting upset a little bit.
Refining spread. Neither of these are things that we have the tools to affect.
Does it concern you that these oil companies haven't come to the table to look for a solution to help us?
Yeah, I know. Tell fucking Tesla and Apple to care about their consumers and lower the prices on them motherfucking iPhones, bro. You see the price of an iPhone lately? Like, oh my lord. I don't know when I first got.
It's not up to us to comment on
Motherfuckers are just scalping the shit out of her.
and precious independence to carry that.
Stick
job
to our
out.
job.
The other side of that is
He's getting aggressive right now.
job. And our
He's
job
kind of getting aggressive right now, dude. Whoa. Whoa, pal. Relax a little bit, my guy. He got heated.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
A little heated right there, huh?
It seems as though for the last couple of
Damn. That got pretty intense over there. Damn, man, it's fucking Wan Moon. I think he got clapped. He must have got clapped. Wan Moon and it, because they fell off. Well, they fell off, dude. That's unfortunate. He said, "I said that's not my job." Fucking pal, dude. That was great. He got a little aggressive. I love it. Chris, Revlon now 80% short. Is this going to be the real MOAS? Potentially. I mean, hell, Revlon's been it's got potential for a buyout. They got money for the bankruptcy bullshit. They got, what is it, like 80% short interest. It's always had high short interest. I've been holding on to my Revlon shares for like, I don't even know how long already. The last time I bought it, it was at like $16. So yeah, no wait, 16. The average is down at $12.78 though. It could be the Moaz. Imagine something else. Moaz is like. Usually that's how it works because I mean, hell, if you look at Volkswagen really, you know, kind of never really did a whole lot again after that one. I mean, it did okay, but it never saw the fucking great fucking run up it did back in what year was that one? Talking about it, they're saying that is the next one. Hopefully, I mean, people are don't just chase it though. Where you at, Volkswagen? That shit got pretty aggressive right there though with Powell. He was like, "It's not my job, lady. I told you already." Like, I don't. Yeah, Revlon's moving. The whole market's coming up though.
I think that's right. We know that our tools can't affect
The next Moaz, that's what we're waiting for. The next one.
Inflation and food inflation. So, nonetheless, our statutory goal.
I don't know. The past few years, I've just been collecting, and now I'm just waiting. Hopefully, I'll get my opportunity at the end of towards the end of this year. Hopefully, this Powell pivot will come in like I was expecting, and then I'll get my opportunity to fucking sell. Because I mean, you don't sell when there's fucking fear out there. That's for damn sure. You only sell when people are greedy.
And so we focus very much on that as
Bitcoin, can it get back to 21?
Inflation of the economy is at any given time.
And I think but in this particular case, that core inflation.
But yeah, I do think the SPY, I mean, we'll end up seeing the SPY getting up to like 5, maybe 600 though in the next like 5 years. Unless fucking this inflation is as bad as they're saying it is.
$682 more per month on goods and services than they were when President Biden took office due to inflation.
Based on what I've heard so far, only sector to invest long term is the energy sector. It's been true since the 1970s. They have not been lying. I mean, fuck. You could have just grabbed fucking USO back when it went negative and you just smacked that one out the park. Dude, the contracts were going for dirt cheap for USO fucking after they came back on after the negative move in 2020. Not lying over there though. I cannot argue with that one though. Fucking, I hate oil companies though. It makes me feel so dirty. It makes me feel so dirty. I don't even like fucking WTI. That's barely even.
When in essence, the portion of inflation which Americans are feeling today may not just be the core inflation that some of your tools do, but the total cost of
German finance minister Linder, it is ECB's responsibility to get inflation under control.
$2 more per month in living expenses than what they were when this administration took office.
I think so. What they were saying, I think Biden kind of pissed them off on the oil. I mean, the whole, makes sense.
Supply, and that's where we think our tools can help, and that's what we're focused on.
Very good.
And Nasdaq's up 1%.
Mr. Chairman, another item. The Basel Committee on Banking Supervision.
This is the blame game. They're like trying. It's your fault. It's his fault. No, it was that guy's fault.
Calculating the G-SIB score for EU.
See him? You. It was him.
Systemically important banks, the G-SIBs. Do you?
That's all they do. They just try to blame somebody and be like, well, it's his fault.
Right now, that this change reflects the views of the Federal Reserve as an influential member of the Basel Committee.
Oh, what time is it? 7:30. Well, I'm gonna get to work at 8. Fuck that.
Some advantages to our European banks over U.S. banks based on reassessment of how they view risk within the EU community.
So my understanding of that is that it's really about just supervisors being able to.
Oh yeah, and then the Facebook, they had that shit yesterday with paying their
within the European Union.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply at all here.
their influencers. I guess they're halting payment or some bullshit on it. They're gonna change the payment up on it or something like that. Or they're not gonna release all their information. I forgot what it was though. It's not looking too hot for Facebook though.
Thanks, Senator Rounds. Senator Warner from Virginia is recognized.
Here we go, Warner again. Seen it get pretty heated again. Oh shit! There we go. The VIX just dropped back down to 230. It's under 30. I need that shit to come down. It's still fucking high, dude. The VIX at 30.
But the truth is, what we're grappling with right now on inflation is.
I don't think the VIX is gonna go any higher though than what we've been seeing though.
I think even the Cato Institute group that doesn't always.
Because literally the 34.79 has been just hella resistance from there. I mean, hell, we barely made it. The highest was 36.42. I think that might have been the highest we're going to see on the VIX during this whole fear run.
Latvia and Turkey getting back late last night, still a little bit jet lagged. And Turkey, I think inflation's running at 78%.
38.73.
Finland gas prices were at
Why are we talking about Finland?
$9 a gallon, and I asked one of my dear Republican colleagues, you know, it's amazing. Joe Biden's inflation hitting here in Finland too.
VIX is coming back down, starting to sell off a little bit, get pretty aggressive on the VIX. That movement, I mean, that's that down from 30 all the way up to 31.46 in pre-market. That gap up was nutty.
Supply chains. What I don't think has been fully addressed yet is
China?
some of the challenges that are coming around from China
Mm-hmm.
in terms of their zero
Shanghai and shit.
a lockdown on Shanghai for literally months on end, and how that supply chain disruption is floating through
Yeah.
the whole global economy.
How about that? Can you speak on that, Mr. Powell?
Sure. So, of course, you're right. Inflation is very much a global phenomenon. If you look at comparable large advanced economies like ours, you'll see inflation.
Damn, everybody else is getting straight mollywopped out there. Like, I think that's what it is, though, because, like, you got Europe, you got China, you got everybody else that's been having these financial fucking shit, fucking default shit. It's just like, and we're still doing pretty good over here. So they're like, well, when is it gonna affect them? So when is it gonna affect them, basically?
We'll expect to be seeing some negative effects on bottlenecks.
Yeah, but they're coming out of that period though in China.
Coming out of
Appearing though.
Of lockdown, and growth seems to be picking up. Advanced indicators are that
The zero COVID policy.
But of course, the zero COVID policy, as long as it's in place,
Spy is putting in work.
relapse, given this highly contagious disease.
We were producing a lot of oil though, but
And again, we're all looking for
a lot of oil. The Democrats lowered our output, which is why globally the price of oil started going up the day Biden started with his regulation policy on oil companies. That is very fucking true.
that regime. I think it's you got to use all the tools in the toolkit, and getting additional partners in the Middle East.
Spy's going.
In the Middle East to increase oil production, I think is important. I'm a little less. I got a lot.
Whoa. The VIX just got a fat red candle in it, but it kind of popped a little bit.
Would actually provide relief to consumers, or simply, as we've seen in some states that have implemented it.
Contracts are jacked on the VIX right now, though. I'm liking it.
Companies may make more money, but it doesn't provide that kind of inflationary relief. And I am concerned, as somebody who spent a long time as governor and as senator, trying to make sure we pay for our infrastructure investments. Easy to take away a tax, tough to put it back on.
Yeah, but my bet's been on the VIX, though, coming down.
Open to seeing
The United States doesn't use the oil we produce.
recognizing that not every
Come on, man. It's cheaper to use foreign oil. That's why we use foreign oil.
Here for almost a year, passed the Senate a year ago on a broadly bipartisan
They, Robinhood, they had a headline at the Bell.
House frankly took a
Where'd it go, though?
but
Damn, I don't even have Robinhood on my phone no more.
is making sure
Got rid of the
that
Robinhood account.
domestic supply chain on semiconductor chips. Every device that has an on and off switch requires a semiconductor chip. And right now we see, particularly around
All this dude can do is print money, though. How's he gonna do anything about it?
supply.
He's got a button to press. Turn it on, turn it off.
They're literally sitting warehouse waiting for the semiconductors to come out. This
I think we should just keep loaning money to broke companies or broke countries. Sounds about right.
If we don't do this, I don't think there'll be another semiconductor facility built in America, even though some have been announced. Point out the fact that a year ago the Europeans had no plan here in semiconductor investment. Intel recently announced $8 billion from the German government. When the German bureaucracy and European bureaucracy moves fast,
Yeah, we're
process, I don't care which side you're on,
January.
we're in trouble. So in the last few seconds, I know you don't.
When did he come out? It was December when he came out and he started talking like a fucking very hawkish, right? Yeah, so a high the VIX saw that day, that week was 35. So we're basically back at almost the little pop that we saw. Damn, that gap up was nasty on the VIX back then because it shot all the way up from fucking 14 to 21.
It's important to take the right lessons, and I think it's an important area.
I'm thinking the VIX is gonna slip from here though, because it's at the lower end of the support. I doubt it's gonna get support there right now.
Deserve what should be here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I think this little gap up it had pre-market was gonna be it.
Louisiana's recognized.
But we'll see though. We gotta wait till after this bullshit's done with. But so far, everything's liking it. Mr. Chair, inflation. Right, wait, he's gonna bring in inflation. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I love this guy. This guy right here with the board. This guy's legit. This dude's legit, man. Shh. This guy's hilarious. Come on, pay attention. I love this guy, dude. He's looking hilarious.
To
Let me
put
turn
a
it.
little finer point on it, higher inflation at this time, and this is the case with respect to most
I love this
cases of
fucking guy, dude.
inflation,
This fool makes me
demand
crack
is
up every
greater
time.
than supply, so prices go up.
In some parts of the economy, yes.
Right. Now, you're trying to lower, so we've got a situation where demand's up here, supply's down here. You're trying to lower demand. Is that correct?
Yes, while also giving the supply side time to recover. There's some ground to be covered on that side.
Yes, but you talked about your role, scope, and mission, and your job is monetary. You're trying to lower demand.
Well, I'm trying to lower. Well, I would say lower demand growth. We don't know that the demand has to actually go down.
Spy's getting it.
Well, 70% of our economy is driven by consumer demand, and you're trying to lower demand and slow the economy down. Am I correct?
I guess I just say we're slowing down growth.
And Powell looks tired, man.
Growth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The Honorable Jerome Powell, the way they got it on there. Look, I love it.
The two aren't exclusive. You alluded to that. You can also lower demand, but you can increase supply. Can you not?
Yes.
And that will solve the issue.
Yes, it will.
Now, Congress's job is not to deal with demand per se. A lot of the bills we pass impact
Fucking Kennedy, dude. This was hilarious.
But that's the Fed's job. Okay? Now, I'm not going to ask you to comment on
So
any
listen here,
specific
buddy.
bill, but tell me the things that Congress could do right now while you're lowering demand, not you literally, the things are what we can do right now to increase supply.
I think the things that you can do are important over the medium and longer term, but probably not so much in the short term. But it's things that like investing in people so that they can remain in the labor market longer, things like that, and infrastructure, things that will make.
Catch you later. All right, Wally. You take care, man. Actually, I gotta get running. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. I'm gonna shut it down. I gotta get go. All right, listen to this guy. This guy's hilarious. I'm gonna finish this off.
If we reduce
Have a good day, Waldo, man. Be safe out there. Stay cool too.
let's say on
Stay hydrated.
wouldn't that incent refineries to start refining more and help on the supply side?
I would say anything that could increase capacity on that front could have.
Yeah, but would that help? I'm not trying to get you to endorse legislation. Look, Mr. Chairman, we got a hell of a mess here. Okay?
They're coughing up bones.
Inflation is hitting my people so hard they're coughing up bones.
Oh, damn, that's deep.
I don't care what the inflation is in other parts of the country, of the world. I'm sorry they're having inflation.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Them in misery doesn't make my people feel better.
Them.
Inflation is hitting people so
Damn.
hard they're
Coughing up bones.
40 years. Our national debt is greater than our national output. Crime's up. The border's open. Respect for institutions.
I think you mean we're fucked.
70% of the American people think we're headed in the wrong direction. Now we got a hell of a mess. And right now you're the most powerful man in the United States.
Basically.
Maybe in the world. We've got to get, President Biden, I don't blame him. I understand politics. He keeps saying, well, your 401k has crashed and gas has gone from $2 to $5 a gallon because the economy's so good. And the American people know that's not true. Now, other than relieving regulatory burden, let me put the following question. What if the United States Congress said, look, we've got a budget. We're going to freeze spending. We're going to stop injecting more money into the economy. We're going to freeze spending until Powell can get
Oh, this
control
guy came in
on
hot.
the demand side. Would that help?
I feel like giving you advice on what to do when
I'm asking
we're not
for it.
getting.
I welcome it.
He said, "I welcome it, bro. Give me something. Give me something.
Better thing to do would be for us to
Give me something." He said, "I don't care. Lie to me. Tell me it's transitory again."
Put it another way. Let's suppose, forget about Congress.
Yeah, fuck those guys. He said, "Forget that."
Governor in every state, in every legislature, in every state.
Ah,
got
WTI is
together
getting clipped.
tomorrow And said, I know it's not
Nasdaq just hit 1.21.
Said, we are going to freeze our budgets. We're not going to spend a
Fed will keep raising rates to slow inflation. Powell tells Congress 75 basis points probably going to come in.
Would it help with?
Would it
That's
help,
going to be the next one.
reduce inflation?
Oh shit, that was a long
It
pause.
might.
It might.
But I mean, it would
He
take.
got- he- Yeah, it will. It will. Don't say it might, motherfucker.
Fiscal policy.
Well, I understand.
Really would like
Mr. Chairman, the United States Congress, in addition to its regular budget, has spent $7 trillion. I'm not saying all of it was unnecessary. On top of that,
7 trillion, right?
the Fed's increased its balance sheet from $1.5 trillion to $9 trillion.
Damn. To 9.
$9 trillion. I know
Dude.
you're cutting it back, but we've injected all of this money into the economy, and then people go, well, we have inflation. Don't give me some help here. Tell me what we can do.
Damn.
And really focused on what we can do, which is shrink our balance sheet and raise interest rates and get supply and demand back into alignment and get inflation back down to 2%.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Senator Test from Montana is recognized for 5 minutes.
All right.
Chair and ranking member, I also want to thank you for
All right, fuck. I need to grab some puts on one of these ones. On one of these ones.
Kennedy, I think freezing spending is
That was good. That was good. But hey, I gotta shut it down. I gotta run into work. That was great. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see how it's gonna end though. It's gonna be very key.
free spending.
Pay attention to